So, good evening, everybody. I was just thinking the other day on Wednesday, it was World Cancer Day, and it got me thinking about how pretty much everybody in this world has been touched by cancer somehow, some way. They've either had a friend that has had cancer, they've had cancer, a family member, co-worker, somebody that they've been close to has been diagnosed with cancer at some point. I'd bet you'd be pretty hard to find anybody that has not. And with that idea, I was thinking that we could try to make this video go across the world, have everybody take a chance to watch it, and at the end of watching this video, they can take a minute and you can pray to your own God, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hindu, Buddhist, whether you believe in God or not. You just take a minute, 2 minutes, and think and pray for that person, and then take an extra 30 seconds and pray for my wife, Jennifer. She's the love of my life, and I need her by my side, and your prayers would mean everything to me and to her. So, if you have a chance, please share this video with everybody that you can, and ask them to share it with who they can, and so on and so forth. So yesterday we had an appointment with our oncologist, and it went really well. She was very happy with the way that Jen looked. Like, her legs and feet were looking a lot less swollen, that a lot of the fluid had started to dissipate from them. She was happy with the way her blood work was moving. Afterwards, we had to have blood work done, but as we were walking out of there, the doctor said to me that she looks really good, and I thought that was a good sign. We went over to the clinic and had blood work done, and by the time we got home, we had the first numbers, and they all came back looking great, looking like we were going to be able to have her second chemotherapy treatment today, that there were no problems with it. And we didn't receive any call or notification from the doctors until about 8:15 last night, when we got a call from the emergency oncology unit downtown at Hopkins, saying that Jen's potassium levels were very low and that we needed to come in for a potassium infusion. At that point in time, we were 12 hours away from her next appointment. So we asked if we could take some potassium supplements that Jen's been taking, if we could take an extra dose of those and then get the infusion done before chemotherapy today. And the doctor said, yeah, that we could do that. But this morning when we got to our appointment, they wanted to run blood work first. So they ran the blood work, took quite a bit, but when it came back, the potassium was very low, and they decided that chemotherapy wasn't a great option today. So instead, they did 2 rounds of potassium infusion, and then they did some more blood work when we left, and then by this evening, we got back those numbers, and now her potassium looks normal. We have scheduled on Monday another potassium infusion Monday morning, along with more blood work. And then Monday afternoon, we have scheduled a procedure to have some fluid drained that's been collecting in Jen's abdomen. She's had this done a few times before. So we're gonna have that done in the afternoon. And then the doctor, our oncologist, said that when the side effects start to go away and the potassium levels are good is when we'll do our second round of chemotherapy. So we really need everybody praying that these side effects start to die off. They made a couple of changes to her medications that should help with those side effects. Not taking anything away, but adding to it to help control some of those side effects. I'm hoping and praying that along with those medications and your prayers, that her potassium levels will be good, her side effects will go down, and we can get started with chemotherapy again, because that's what she needs to really be able to fight and beat this cancer. This was just a minor setback, and hopefully she'll be able to get her second treatment by the end of next week, hopefully. But we're going to have to wait and see. This isn't going to be a short battle. It's going to be a long battle, one that she's going to be fighting for the rest of her life. Or when they finally put the resources behind finding a cure to all cancers and developing some type of program, much like Google's AlphaFold, that can determine the exact protein structure or an exact protein structure on the outside of the cancer cells in each patient's body. Then they can be able to develop a targeted chemotherapy for each individual person that will only work on their cancer. And it will work almost with 100% efficiency. I hope that one day they come to that. I pray every morning, every night, and every minute that I get a chance that the Lord heals her and brings her peace in the times of the pain and comfort through all the horrible side effects that she has to deal with day in and day out. I don't know anyone stronger than Jen. The things she's faced over the past 6 years battling this cancer, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. But she continues to smile and to face each day with a brave heart. She loves you all dearly, and we cannot thank you enough for all your thoughts, prayers, and generosity. We couldn't be fighting this battle without all of you by our sides. And that's why I ask that you guys continue to pray, and ask your friends to pray, and their friends to pray. And let's get this whole world praying for your loved ones, and that Jen can be healed and have peace and faith. If you know somebody that's in the news or somebody that's got a ton of followers, send it to them. It can spread much faster that way. But I'm just asking, let's try to get everybody to pray for not only Jen's healing, but everybody out there fighting this awful, terrible disease. We love you all, and thank you for everything you have all done for us. Have a good night.